was a mile out of town, but you were class in the country. And the big snow in 1948. There was about 6 houses in the old house on the top, like a Barbon Hill, and this snow came. I can't mind the month. Something tells me it was March, and every place was snowed up. Now in those days, there was nothing for the freeze up, only the well, and there was no like electric light. It was all by oil, so it didn't affect you that way. But the women baked every day, so if you didn't, and they couldn't afford to buy like a large bag of it, so somebody had to go into town every day or every other day. And there's a man had lived over the hill, and he had a big horse and trap, and he got through from his farm to Barbon Hill, and the men dug a passageway, and as they come to each house, somebody joined in to make a passage into town. I know it was after 2 days or 3 days that happened. But by that time, you know, if you needed flour for everybody baked, that was 1948, and it didn't go away like by the end of May, because it froze, and froze like for 3 or 4 days, and then it didn't melt. And it was away near the end of May, at the back of the hedges, obviously, on the road. And that was a real heavy snow. The next one I think was 1963. But that was the big one that I can mind. We carried the water. Our well was maybe 200 yards away. And before we went to school in the morning, we had a couple of buckets of water carried to the house, and my mother could do her washing and so forth. Different from now. I knew exactly how many houses. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there was 3 cottages at the bottom. It was 8. And the wee shop was 9, and Mrs. Orr, who owned it herself, was 10. There was about 10 houses. Everybody carried the water from it. And it was always, and you had to cut a frog in the summertime to throw it in for to eat any flies. That was about it. It cleaned the water. Of course, you had to fill the cold buckets at night before dark. And it's not nice to talk about it, but like the toilets was into a bucket, and those had to be buried every day. And my father used to, big garden, and every week, there was 6 of us at this time, and 2 brothers had paired off, and 2 of us had to go and dig the hole where he said it, and I'm talking maybe all that down. And all the waste that week was put in it, and then he would away somewhere else, big gardens, and that's how everybody done. Well, in the town it was different. They had dry pits, but no wonder like they grew their own vegetables and they were good. But that, yes, we always had to do that, and you had to go maybe for milk. There was a farmer who, well, he sold milk around the country, but if the weather was bad, but you had to go till the free one brought it, you know, like the trap, and you had to go and do whatever you were told. We went with my father for the snare rabbits. That was another thing that we used to do. It's so cruel, like when you think of it now, but they just put the snare in, and then they had a ferret, and you had to put the ferret down, and then this rabbit would run out, and I caught, and it just broke a snare. But that was maybe at your Sunday dinner. And then one time they got hens, but they were for eggs. I was working in the home factory, and Margaret was working in a hardware shop where the post office is. And on Saturday night, if there was a farm in the town, everywhere didn't close the shop till he went home. So I had to wait when they finished. Might have been 8 o'clock at night, like or 9 o'clock, especially on a fair day. And there was a fair every month in Dromore now. And it wasn't proper fair. There was all types of animals. That was another way that kids got money. Maybe the farmer bought 2 cows or half a dozen sheep, and they had to give you like a sixpence for to take them home to his place, and then he would have maybe went to the bar or something like that. But other ones who went like for a meal somewhere and into the bar. But you know, once he bought them, I done it loads of times till I'm on. It was gambles. There's a farm at the bottom of our hill, and we would have always went in if we bought anything, but it was good of us for to get a tonner of them. Everything, pigs, cows, sheep. you know, when there's chickens, there was all, and then I think there was stalls, you know, set up too. But in those days, there was, in the square, there was not a fence, round the square. It was railings. And there's something at the back of my head telling me that they took them during the war for the make, it was for ammunition or something. And then they were replaced after the war, and then, I don't know, the council changed it all. There was old hue and crab at it one time, I don't know when it was. But there was things inside that and things outside it. You know, like smaller animals would have been inside the rails, and the large animals would have been in the back of the square. But it was all horse and carriage, there's very few cars then.